What's going on, everyone? Anthony here, and today I'm checking out a trailer for a documentary called Documentary for the Recently Deceased, The Making of Beetlejuice. So let's take a look.
It all started when a lady knocked on the door when my mother was living here, and she was making dinner for two friends, and a woman came to the door and started asking about a movie, which surprised all three of them. Nothing like that happens in East Corinth. And my mother really didn't know what to say, and she finally said, "Would you like a piece of pie?"
The location, I think, worked so well and was chosen because of the simplicity of the buildings, and it was easy to kind of get around with camera. The river for the bridge, everything seemed to work pretty well together. And then on the hill, we built the facade of the modern house.
Oh, there was a lot of buzz in the community, a lot of excitement. Some people weren't happy. They were a little nervous about what all these Hollywood types would do in a small town like this, but the crew was wonderful.
We had research on little towns through New England, so for the signage and stuff, we try to kind of make that go. And same with the bridge. We looked at a bunch of different covered bridges, but we had our own issues with that, so we had to make it course so the car could fall through it and whatever. And the big thing was with the covered bridge was we had to block off the creek, because below the bridge was a tiny little creek, and we needed at least 3 or 4 feet of water for the car to land and actually get under the water. So we constantly were blocking this little creek with these 1-ton blocks of concrete, and we'd get the water level up to 5 or 6 feet, and then a big storm would come through and it would wash them all out, and we have to come back. We did it at least 3 times before we finally shot the movie. That was probably the biggest thing that made everybody crazy.
I remember the machine, the dirt. That was the greatest machine. It did nothing. It just dug dirt up and spit it out the back. It was just animated, it was very Tim Burton.
I mean, Tim really hadn't done anything. He had done, Pee-wee's Big Adventure and a couple of little Disney shorts that a couple of little shorts that he did. But it was such a weird movie. We all thought, God, this movie is going to be so weird. I hope people go see it because it's going to be kind of fun and kooky, but we really had no idea how big it was going to be. I mean, the fact that we got nominated for an Oscar totally blew my mind, I'll tell you that much. Yeah. I was like, whoa,
We were in good company too.
Yeah.
So as you can see, that was the trailer for the documentary called Documentary for the Recently Deceased, The Making of Beetlejuice. Now, it's executive produced by Adam F. Goldberg, who you may know from The Goldbergs on ABC, which is based on his life. Hopefully he does more things like this, more documentary style, pop culture things from the 80s and the 90s. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Release date for this is not yet known, but when it does come out, I'm looking forward to seeing it. And hopefully, I'm hoping we get the big name stars in this movie, like Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, and Michael Keaton to appear. Maybe it's a long shot, but maybe they got them for this documentary, and if they did, fantastic. Of course, we saw a little clip of V. Neal in this, who did the makeup for Beetlejuice. She's well known in the industry for doing amazing, amazing makeup, and as you can see, she did win an Oscar for doing the makeup for Beetlejuice. So I'm very curious to see what happens with this documentary, and hopefully it gets the praise that it does, because documentaries like this, based on behind the scenes of making of films, is slowly losing their edge. But with this, I'm hoping that it becomes a big hit. I'll leave a link to the trailer in the description box below. You can check it out and let me know what you think about this trailer. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.